And we're live! Hi! Welcome back.
Hi.
You're the best. And welcome
Yay.
viewers, welcome players. We have a couple players, well, one player specifically out tonight. One player might come in later, but we're unsure. But here we are, back for episode 3 of the Penumbra Assembly.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, do we have to whisper it when we say it?
The Penumbra Assembly.
Love it.
All right, so let's jump right into it. I have a nice little summary from last week's episode, I believe. Maybe not. I do, I think. Recaps, here we go. All right. Didn't finish it, but we'll just wing the rest of it. So, last week on episode 2 of the Penumbra Assembly, our adventurers traveled closer to the city, traversing a few of the waterways winding through Amakir. They do so by way of boating, the boating company here, from here to there. And on their way, however, they witnessed their first sighting of a strange demiplane that exists within the demiplane, that seems to reveal a mysterious upside-down floating city in the sky above. They, with quick actions, the group was able, this is me, like, I can't think of the word, winging it from here on out for the recap. So the adventurers, so our group, they, with their quick thinking, were able to rescue one of the city dwellers that kind of was on the very outskirts of the city, after they jumped into the river or the water from a piece falling from the sky. But you successfully rescued them, and they offered, asked if there's anything that they could do in return. The group asked if they wouldn't mind being a tour guide for them, possibly the next day. I think they might have asked the boater, the driver, not the driver of the boat, the captain of the boat, I guess, asked the captain of the boat where, I think you asked them a suggestion for a place to stay, or you either asked them or Ume. But they suggested a place in one of the districts called the Trader and the Chief. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So they took you over to the district. You were able to see a little bit more of the city on your way there. And also after you got there, in the market district, were able to do a little bit of shopping, or at least a little bit of perusing through some shops. You found a bookstore. You found Cheeser's Emporium, where you found some different trinkets and some different general store items, other things to buy. Also found a cute little antique store as well. And I believe after all that was kind of where we wrapped up to start tonight. Oh, no, wait, the bear. As you were exiting and kind of meeting up in front of these stores that you all kind of went your own way to, you hear this growling and kind of a roar and a few people screaming and a bit of clattering from market stalls down the street. And you look over and you see this very, very large bear. In fact, large in stature, so takes up more space than you do, like on a battle map. Not that your characters would know that. That's player knowledge. You see this large bear down the street kind of rummaging through a stall and trying to steal a fish. And the lady there at the stall, with this kind of long, light blonde hair and a braid, saying, "Thief! The bear, it's getting my food! And that's where we'll start the session. So, the clamor and this incident is happening probably about 30 feet away from you. So in fact, which I might have to change the, well, we'll just go ahead and leave it for right now. So the bear's about 30 feet away from your, from your group, down one of the streets in the city. You see that it has already knocked over a couple of stalls. A few people are running not only away from the stalls themselves, but also out of buildings because they've seen it like through windows and they're frightened and they're scared. So they've clambered out. And you do see the supposedly the market the person who runs the stall is kind of standing off to the side and notices you down the street. Can you stop the bear? He's taking all my food from my stall. This isn't the first time it's happened. I'm getting so sick and tired of this. I just want it gone. I'll give you some gold coin if you want. I just can't have it destroying all of my stuff.
Are there any cards around? Or any...
Yeah, anyone else reacting to what's going on?
You have some... everyone make perception checks for me, please.
Okay. Oh, dear.
Oh, shit.
And you do not see any guards around. Do not see a guard. Which I could have told you with your perception check, but oh well, that's free knowledge.
13.
It's a freebie.
Thank you.
Oh no. Alright. What did Yvonne roll for perception?
22.
22.
Nice.
Okay, Yvonne, you would notice that it's interesting, like some of the customers and some of the people in this area, some of them seem to, maybe about 30% of them, seem to be panicked and alarmed. But you also, like, have a couple that passes by you, and you kind of see this on other faces as well. Kind of the same expression of, like, frustration, but also, like, I can't believe this is happening again, right? Let's just go down, just go down the street.
Yvonne will shout in Druidic to the bear. Hey, put that fish back. It's not yours.
Alrighty. Now okay.
Just Druidic.
Does not.
Yvonne's seen one person shape change into an animal.
Okay.
And Yvonne's like,
Okay. I understand.
full on with every animal I see as a person.
I understand. The bear just continues to just gnaw on a fish that it's gotten.
Yvonne will start to move towards the bear.
Yeah,
Okay.
Drexen will approach the bear.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do something before we get it, if that's okay. But I
Sure.
want
What do you want to do, Drexel? Are you doing it while they're moving or before?
Sort of getting within.
Oh.
Oh,
Mhm.
you're right. Within, like, just outside of melee, maybe it's like 10 feet of it.
Okay.
And he will take his Morning Star and bang on his shield as loud as he can, and sort of like do a loud roaring shout at the bear, like to try to shoo it away.
Okay. Dakos, were you wanting to do what you were doing before they're, like, while they're moving still, or before they started moving?
At the same time, if it's okay anyway,
Okay.
I just want to ask the woman, how expensive are those fish?
Well, it's not just fish. I have several things at the stall.
How expensive are they? How much for...
I don't know.
8 of them?
I would have to go through my books. Well, 8 of them? Probably A gold?
Okay, and seeing what Drexelin's doing, I'm gonna grab 8 or 10 fish and walk around the bear and just start like, here, bear, here. And I'll throw one down on the ground with him like pushing and hopefully me.
Okay. All right. So, so Drexlin, you start banging on your shield, and what was it that you yell?
Just sort of shouting, just no words, just sort of like making loud noises to sort of like shoo the bear away, as bears would all sometimes be shooed away by loud
Okay.
noises.
Okay. Um. Okay. And Dacos, so you're walking like right up to the stall, correct? Right
Yeah.
up to the bear.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
No aggressive moves, if that makes a difference.
The what?
No aggressive moves, if that
Sure.
makes a difference. I'm sorry, that makes a difference.
Sure. The bear will, as it sees you approach it, and Draxon starts to bang on the shield. Giovanni, what were you doing when you were stepping closer to the bear? Around the same time.
Being a druid, not super anxious to engage, but just trying to move into range. So when the others act, Giovanni will let them act and wait and see what happens.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking everything. Okay. All right. So while you're watching Drexen's bang on the shield, Dacos is kind of moving around it to grab some fish and taunt it. The bear will start, like when it sees you start to approach, will start to just grabbing fish off of the cart, like just as much that will fill its mouth. And will start to kind of like turn and start to kind of like chomp down on the on a fish, kind of like opening its jaws and letting a few of them kind of fall off. And so it's kind of like walks maybe about 15 feet away, like turns, and it's just kind of like protecting what it's gotten. Walks about 15 feet away and turns and just kind of drops a few out of its mouth and starts eating one. As Draxlin is banging on the shield, and then Dacos, you start doing the fish and trying to get it to.
If it's doing that, I'm just gonna grab a couple handful myself, and say to the Sylvan, "They're all yours. Just let's get out of town." Just in case it's behaving a little outside of a bear. It feels like.
The bear will kind of use its front paw to kind of like scrape the fish that it got towards it, and like under it, almost behind it, and we'll just kind of take a step back and look at you, Dacos, and kind of growl and seem a little like it's protecting what it got.
I'll walk 10 feet to the side and past it. Like, come on. As long as Drexel's still like shooing away from the other side, because I don't want to walk away if he's not. Yeah.
Are you still banging on your shield, Drexlin?
Yeah, actually, and Drexlin has a quick thought. It's a wild card. Let's try it anyway. He'll use his psionic mind on the bear.
Okay.
And tell the bear, think to the bear, all right, you've got your food, move along. You're, scaring people, and you might hurt someone. And psionic mind says you can send telepathic to any creature within 30 feet of you. You do not need to share any language with the creature, but it must be able to understand at least one language to comprehend these messages. So I don't know if the bear can comprehend any language.
Okay. What was your message again, Drexlin? Just that we don't want to hurt anyone, to move away.
Yeah.
Okay. The bear will kind of look in between you, Dakos, and Drexlin, and just kind of, so you're kind of walking ahead a bit, right, Drexlin? Like trying to lead it down,
Just
like,
if it's moving, yeah, he's going to stay with it within like 15 feet of it. You know, as it moves, he's going to stay with it.
and Dakos, you're walking kind of ahead of it with a fish to kind of get
around
it, try to
just
get it
here,
out.
here. All yours. And I'll just set one down every like 20 feet until it starts to fall.
Okay. All right. It will grab. Thank you, Cookie, for the hydrate. The bear will kind of grab what it had grabbed in its mouth. Doesn't really seem like it can fit that much more. It got a pretty good mouthful. And it starts to follow you as you're leading it down this other path, this other alley. You would have seen, Dakos, that as you're kind of going that direction, that you probably only have, let me bring up my map here. You probably only have like another 20 feet before you start, or no, not even that, probably like, yeah, about 20 feet before you start, you'll run into another, like, it'll be a corner, and then you'll have like canals running that way.
Can anyone tell me where the woods are? It can't be far. Yeah, another fish.
A townsfolk will speak. You have about a half a day's walk.
How the hell did this bear get this far into town with no one doing anything if it's a half a bloody day away?
They get in. I don't know. They seem to have gotten in a lot more over the past couple of years. So,
yes. Well, they must have purchased some land and built a house or something here, because a half a day. I'm just going to drop the fish. There you are. There you are.
Giovanni looks up in the air for drop bears or another city in the sky with bears falling out of it.
No, you don't see a city that's dropping bears. The other bear will, the bear will kind of grab, try to like fit the other fish that you dropped in its mouth, and successfully do so, and will just start and kind of look in between you, Dakos, and you, Drexlin, and will turn and start running down the street.
It's gonna shake my head.
We gotta stay with the Drexel's gonna be. We gotta stay with it in case somebody bumps into it and it gets ugly.
You also would have noticed that, which I don't think that I mentioned last week, but over with all of these different canals, you have the smaller canals that run through the blocks, and the larger canals, of course, that lead to different sections. Around those canals, you also have bridges that kind of go over them. So here and there, they're not too frequent. It's not like every corner, but rather frequent. Yeah, it starts running down the street. Dakos, if you're kind of looking at it, keeping an eye on it, make a perception roll for me.
23.
Okay. You can see that as it runs down the street, people seem to, yeah, some people step out of its way. A few people start giving chase. There, looks like that they've got some more of the merchant stuff. Let's go. And you see about 3 men that will start giving chase to the bear and running.
Drexlin is running after it, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just making sure it's not going to encounter anyone.
Okay, well, you would see this as well, Drexlin, as you get closer. So a little bit after Dakos saw it. So are you gonna warn him, Dakos?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and then just lean a little past him. I'll be back to pay for the fish. All right, Jackson. Let's go make sure this bear, that this real estate tycoon doesn't maul anybody.
You'll hear a, "You better."
I'll look around for like Lev and Zenith. Are they?
Okay. I would say that Zenith would probably be about the same mind as like Drexlin. I would say, like
Okay.
being a ranger.
And just to see what Yvonne's doing as well.
What's Yvonne doing other than looking up to see if any bears are dropping from the sky?
I think Giovanni will follow behind the other two, but really he's just trying to figure out what's going on, because the bear being this far into town and across that many bridges and canals seems weird. So I think he's mostly just looking for people who seem unsurprised or places the bear could hide out, whatever.
Yeah, I would say with your perception of that before, Yvonne, you can make, if you're looking for, like, are you looking for a place that the bear could have, like, come out from, like, that it was hiding in? You want to make an investigation check for that. I would say that you would still kind of, the people who seemed unimpressed with the incident have already kind of moved on. Some people might have, like, started to move on and then noticed that it seemed like the bear was leaving. So, like, oh, we can keep shopping. What was your investigation check?
8.
Okay. Yeah, you look around, Giovanni, and it's just a lot happening. The person who was running the stall, she starts to kind of, like, gather up some things off of the ground. I'd say with your high perception before, we'll start to, like, put it back into the stall to sell it. Probably trying to do so without people noticing, but, you know, I like, and trying to straighten up everything, as well as everyone else with the stalls probably will start to straighten up things too. So it's all kind of a lot that you're taking in, so it's hard to investigate a little opening for the bear to come through. What is Lev doing?
Lev has just been taking cover behind some of the stalls and drawing in his notebook and writing, bear in capital letters and underlining it.
Nice.
I can just see Accordia now be like, what? What is this? Okay, so back to our chasers. So Drexlin and Dakos, you kind of start running into these people who are
following them.
Make a as you're kind of weaving through people. Why don't you make I'll give you the choice of either making a dexterity check or an acrobatics check or dexterity check. As you try to, like,
for our crew too.
What? I'm sorry.
Just letting it, like, Lev and Giovanni. We're chasing. We're giving chase.
Okay.
Just so you know.
So you hear Dakos kind of yell that from around the building. Dakos, what did you roll for? Oh, I'm sorry. What, Drexlin?
You said athletics or dexterity? Or
acrobatics or dexterity check. Because you're kind of having to weave around people. Also maybe jump over like a barrel or something that's in your way. The streets are not very wide. I wouldn't call them like alleyway narrow, except, well, in a few places they are kind of more towards the center of these, like, blocks in between the larger canals. But even, like, the ones closer to the larger canals are still, for the most part, at least in this area that you've noticed, still kind of hard to, like, get. You can maybe fit, like, normal humanoid sized people about maybe 5 in breadth, and that's it.
All right. Let me roll Doesn't matter. They're both the same.
Dakos, what did you roll?
16.
Okay.
18 minus 1 for 17.
Okay. All right. And was that acrobatics, Dakos?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So the two of you, are able to kind of weave around people. Some people will, definitely kind of give you kind of a weird stare as you kind of run by them. You will see that there are, how many people do we want chasing after this bear? Okay, you'll see that there are 3 men, I guess you can't really tell from behind, but 3 kind of larger people with a little bit of muscle on them chasing after the bear ahead. They're probably, given running around, I mean, maybe just about 15 feet in front of you.
Drexel will try to shout out to those guys, people. The fastest way to get this thing out of the city.
As you're running by them, or are you slowing down?
Running by. I'm keeping up with the bear, yeah, definitely. So running by them.
Yeah, they don't really, it's just such, because you're having to keep it a good pace to keep up with these men and the bear. You're not able to
get a reply.
It's just a little too quick without slowing down any. Let me see here. 12, that was for the men, I think. It does seem like, I'll say, since the two of you are pretty focused on this bear and the people there, they're chasing it, that the bear does seem to be gaining a little bit of speed on these humanoid people chasing after them. So it does seem to be getting a little bit farther ahead.
Of us, or just the slow
No,
people?
of the men. So these, I mean, the people chasing the bear in front of you, the chasers, they are about 15 feet in front of you. The bear's about 20, but getting about 25 actually, because it seems to be gaining some speed.
Okay.
Are the two of you still chasing? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
At this point, you've ran across a couple of bridges, kind of over canals, and have probably moved. Let's see here. Sorry, let me just. Have probably moved. Let's see. You're probably by. Oh no! Wait a minute. Yeah, over some smaller canals. You're probably approaching the larger canal, one of the larger canals at this time, kind of going around the outer ring of the city that you've known so far. So you do see a large bridge coming up, but the guys, let's see, the people chasing them. That one, no. You have 2 that are still chasing the bear. One of them has had to stop and rest. They're out of breath. Dakos, were you wanting to do something? I'm sorry.
Well, I just want to quickly look back and see if any of our party members ended up running with us or not.
Okay. It looks like Ed stepped away. Yavani, did you run or did you stay at the market area?
Giovanni's short legs really couldn't keep up, so Giovanni went a little ways, but has turned and gone back to the market to wait for the others to return.
Okay. So you don't see Giovanni, Dakos. I'm
Okay.
not sure about Lev. It looks like that Yo nor Zenith have followed either. It's just the two of you.
How far will we chase this, Jackson?
I intend to chase it till it's out of the city proper, I guess, until we can find some guards who can guard the end,
Right. Gabriel?
Are you trying to keep an eye out for guards, Drexel?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, why don't you make an investigation check then as you're running?
Sure.
And same for Dakos if you're wanting to do that as well.
Let's see. Plus what? 4, 18.
8 for Drexlin and 18 for Dacos, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, Drexlin, you have not. It's just a lot, so you're not able to. You don't see any guards.
People dodging out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Drexlin, I would say that you'd probably see a couple of guards standing by the large bridge that you're approaching, and these two guards, one of them kind of turns to start give chase as like the bear passes them, and the two humans that are chasing them kind of both shout, "That bear! He stole from the market! Get it!" One of the guards will kind of stay by, at their station there at the beginning of the bridge. The other will turn and start to run after the bear as well.
What are you guarding as they run by?
What did you say, Dago?
Asking what they're guarding. They didn't see the bear approach and get in front of it or anything. What are you even guarding? No, I don't want to answer.
Why don't Drexlin and Dacos, why don't you make Constitution saving throws for me, please?
Certainly.
And I will make some for these gentlemen, or I keep calling them men. We'll just say they're both men. That one too. You can see that one of the people chasing the bear, that's not the guard, starts to slow down while one of them is keeping pace with the guard. The bear still kind of keeping, almost kind of has gained even a little bit more speed in front of them. And you would have noticed, like, past a fish or two that it's dropped since. So as you get across the bridge, wait, did someone roll an 8 on their Constitution saving throw? Or no?
Duh.
Well, we didn't say yet. I don't
Okay,
think.
I'm so sorry.
You didn't ask.
Drexlin, what did you roll on your Constitution saving throw?
17.
17, and Dacos?
An 8.
No.
Coyly played.
I didn't tell you that I have a camera in your office, Dan.
No, I got 50 in here. What's 50? It's a 51st.
So, Dacos, you are feeling a little winded. I mean, you're in shape.
Yelling at the guard. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in shape, but it's the yelling and it's like, the maneuvering around people, and you've kind of bumped into a few people on the way, and it's starting to take its toll, but you're trying to keep up if you want to still. Drexlin, you're able to keep going. In fact, you rolled an 18. Or what did you roll again, Drexlin? I'm sorry.
17. 14
17. So you actually would probably start gaining on the two individuals, the guard and the other person. The one that was already starting to slow down, you'll definitely pass. And we'll probably start to run a little bit parallel with you, Dacos.
Okay.
And so Drexlin, you're kind of probably about 5 feet from the two people chasing the bear at this time. Bear's probably about 25, 30 feet above, running almost to the other side of this large bridge that goes over this large canal. And you can see that ahead is the ring where the farmlands are. Not the farmlands that you were in earlier, but
right.
Different ones.
I'll shout to the as I approach the other two guys, if we can get it to the farmlands, we can leave it be.
Okay. Cute. As you're running, the guard will kind of look back at, who are you?
Just a visitor. I keep running.
Deco, so you are running almost side by side with one of the the people from the market who started chase. Damn bear.
Yeah. Well, all the city and guards Mm-hmm.
Um,
A few more sighs while I'm trying to breathe.
this guy will probably start like just kind of slowing down. Like, they can have it. They can have it. I gotta go back. Good luck.
Mm.
And we're just gonna turn. And Drexlin, you are probably getting towards the other side of this bridge now. The bear is running towards the forest, actually when you come, because I forgot where exactly you are. You come across there. So actually the bear is going to, because like you see farmlands ahead, but then it kind of goes to that wall you can see in the far distance. The bear makes a left. And you can see that if you look to your left as you go across that bridge and kind of get into more of a clearing from buildings, you can see that that's where the greenery, the mountains, and the forest was on that one side of the city.
All right. At seeing that, Drexel will actually start to slow his pace just a bit to see if the bear keeps going.
Okay.
And if the bear, and it's progressive as, he'll slow, and if the bear keeps going for the forest, he's eventually, if the bear doesn't show any signs of turning around, he's just going to come to a stop eventually.
Okay. Let me see if we have any. What we have going on over there. Oh yeah, those are all within that area. But you're going to start passing other things here. Yeah. Okay, so as you start slowing down, you're probably slowing down then, and you see ahead like buildings for what seems to be marked as bathhouses, plus some other farmland as well. The bear does keep running towards the forest. The guard and the other person chasing still seem to be chasing it towards the forest. So you start slowing down. Dacos. These D names. I swear, I don't know why. Drexlin and Dacos. They just so many. It's too many D. It's too much D.
Never.
Have too much, though.
I mean, like, okay. So.
Yeah, let's just.
Dacos. So you start to see Drexlin as you get across that bridge. You're probably about like, with your speed, kind of slowing down a bit, probably about at one point about 15 feet away from Drexlin, or 20. But then you start to see Drexlin slow down, and you start to be able to, and you start catching up.
It's fucking woods. The
Yeah,
asshole in town said it's a daffodil. We could have just guided him with fish. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's got his meal.
Yes, we've done our part. Yes, please.
Head back.
Oh, I just put my hand on his shoulder.
Drexlin and Dacos, make a perception check for me, please, before you turn and start going back to town.
Okay. 11.
Okay. And Dacos?
9.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I would say before you turn to start going back, Drexlin, you would notice that the guard and the other person that was chasing the bear and continued running towards the forest started slowing down as well. But yeah, again, you would have seen like the signs for the bathhouses, especially coming to a halt and turning. So there seems to be like a large bathhouse area out here, along with other farms and other buildings that seem to be housing things. Yeah. You turn and face the canal, and you see several boats kind of going up and down. A few of them have stopped to kind of be like, what's going on? Yes, Dacos.
Actually, I'll just ask one of them if they're within earshot.
The boats?
Boats.
Yeah, I would say that there's one boat that has a couple in it. pulled up to the side. What's happening?
Don't mind us. We're just guarding the bridge. But catching my breath. We were in the market district. If we entered something else here, was this another district? If we left the market district.
Oh, well, I think you're in the farmlands, sir.
This bathhouse that's on the farmland side.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Market is just right that way. You just gotta cross the bridge and you're right back into the market district. It's that entire block.
Thank you very much.
Old market's beyond that, but that's closer to the palace.
I appreciate it.
Are you okay? Do either of you need any water? I got some. We have some here. Oh, yes.
Yes, please.
Sure. They have a little picnic basket in the boat, and we'll kind of like open it and pour a cup.
Yeah, Jackson will take some water as well. Yeah.
And pour you one as well. Oh.
Tell me, how far away would you say the woods are?
Well, it just looks like, kind of looks at the, it just looks like a leisurely stroll. Maybe.
Thank you. You don't know how much it means to hear that. Oh. Thank you, your kindness. Please accept, and I'm gonna give him a couple gold just for your helping strangers, please.
Did the bear kill someone? Did it steal something? Oh, no,
Just
please. No, you can keep that.
Tling, I throw it in their boat.
Oh. Okay.
I don't care anymore about the bear. Don't forget, Jackson, I'm heading back to have to pay this stall person.
The two of them kind of look at you, Drexlin, and seem a little kind of like, they kind of like look at you and kind of like squint their eyes against the setting sun, and did the bear steal something from the two of you?
No, it was procuring itself a meal from the local markets.
Oh yes. The animals, they seem to run rampant these days.
I was going to say that's not usual for bears. They usually like to keep to themselves.
Oh, well, the forests here in Amicare seem to be special then, because, I agree. Well, I don't really know. I wasn't really around forests back, in the material plane, but I don't know, the animals seem to just overpopulate a bit. I have a mind to go and, take my, to go and do some hunting, if you know what I mean, but...
If it seems to be encroaching, perhaps, if that might be justified, but...
Oh, they send
maybe,
people in, but usually we don't have to send anyone to the forest, it seems. They come right in here to the city, and are either captured or killed. Usually killed. So you probably... unless you were looking to kill the bear, probably just save that bear's life. I don't know where to thank you or tell you that you should mind your business, but...
Didn't seem at the time to be a threat, just seemed to be hungry.
Well, that's what happens when there are so many of them.
Were there always that many, or is it just a recent development?
Seems to have gotten worse. In the past couple of years, wouldn't you say, Edgar? Yes. Indubitably.
Interesting. Well, I guess... well, be careful out there. There's bears about.
Yes. And the fish aren't that happy either. Well, good day.
Okay, good day to you.
And they'll start, I said good day. Start
Day to you,
running
sir.
off. And you'll hear, the seeming female say, "Oh, would you like a sandwich, my dear?" "Yes, I think so." As they sell off. Let's go back to the others back at the market for a bit. I would say that Zenith is probably just kind of perusing the stalls, maybe helping people who, are trying to get their stalls back together after the bear. Yo's probably, I don't know, just perusing maybe like a weapon stall of sort. Love, what is Love up to?
Maybe kind of answered this with the other group, but Love's probably trying to figure out, how often this happens from the merchants in the area.
Okay. Yeah, make an investigation check as you ask around.
Sorry, what kind of check was that?
Investigation?
Got it. That is a 20, modified 20.
Okay. You, Love, you go around and you ask a couple of the stall people, a couple of the shoppers in the area, in the market district. And, you come across a stall, a person running a stall, presenting female that seems to have owl-like ears. Yes, can I help you?
Yeah, does this sort of thing happen often around here? I mean, I'm a city rabbit folk myself. I don't really see this kind of thing very often.
Seems
Should
to
I be worried?
happen a lot recently. I mean, how long are you deciding to stay? Are you buying a place here? I haven't seen you around here before, and I've seen most, I think.
Oh yeah, just doing some academic archaeological research. So we're just passing through, but
Got it.
yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah.
Did it happen to? Does it correlate? Does it align with the? He points up to the sky.
Oh, no, it was happening before that.
Before
that
that,
started
okay.
about 3 weeks ago, I think, was the first incident. No, since then, I mean, this has been going on, kind of since we moved here, but it's gotten worse in the past few years. I don't really know if I have a specific, it was 2 years ago to the day, but it's been something for a while now. Maybe I've noticed a difference, I guess since running the stall, but about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems to kind of, I don't know, escalate, maybe in how many times it happens. This is probably not bear. I haven't seen a bear in a while, but sometimes, be crocodile, sometimes more like deer walking through. I mean, they're not angry, but, they run in looking for food and know that they can get it here, it seems. They must talk to each other. I don't know. I don't know how animals work.
Are they always drawn to the food here, or could it be something else?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I've always just assumed it was the food. Sometimes if we have, feasts or something, they'll post extra guards.
Wow.
But, they have a few little places that take care of them, that I know the queen has a specific company that she calls in to kind of take care of extra animals. You also have others who take care of them as well.
Do you happen to know the name of that company by chance?
Oh, sure. That company, if because I can't remember it myself, is, give me 1 second. Let's see here. Stone press clothing, of course. Oh, here we go. That is the Eden Animal Control.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a tiefling guy, I think. But he has a bunch of metal creatures that kind of takes care of things.
Oh, that is really intriguing. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then you have a few others. There's a father-daughter team that I've seen around here sometimes. I don't know if they specifically have a name for themselves, but and you have others. I mean, there's, it's a thing, so people make business off of it.
What's the most dangerous animal that you've seen them take care of?
Oh.
You mentioned an alligator earlier. Was there anything else that tops that?
Yeah, I would say the crocodile. It's more... she's smart enough to really know this. Okay. It's more that they're not really like... It's more of the inconvenience. Yeah? It's not really that I'm afraid that the bear was going to eat me. I'm just not liking that it's going to be stealing my food and messing up my stall. You see this, and she kind of motions towards a part of her stall that's like, of her little market stall that's like, broken, and it looks like it's tried to they've tried to fix it, but very poorly. It's all wobbly now.
Oh yeah, it just ruins your day, right? When something like this happens.
But yeah,
To fix everything,
and it just
and then-
keeps something. It seems like there's always something, and I just had the worst of luck. So, but what can you do? But yeah, I mean, if it's not bears, I mean, I guess I would. I don't know. I don't know if it's worse to have a bear just kind of show up at the marketplace, or, have a school of fish that just seem to kind of crowd a canal and you can't get through. Sometimes it's butterflies, insects.
That is so puzzling. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take up so much of your time. I really appreciate the information.
Absolutely. If you ever need any vegetables, you can catch me here or out in the ring, where the farm's at.
Okay. Could you point me towards the farms, by the way?
Oh, it's right, and she'll kind of point kind of across the, kind of in the direction where you probably would have known that Dakos and Drexlin ran.
Sure. He'll start heading that direction and hopefully run into them.
Okay. I'd say probably Zenith would probably go with you and Yo, or start following you at least. What's Yvonne up to?
I think Giovanni has kind of wandered around a couple of blocks looking for bear dens, and having not found them, it's just going to kind of sit on the ground, maybe even underneath the fish seller's table in the shade, just kind of waiting for things to come back around. Just
Okay.
watching people.
Okay. Great. All right. So you settle in as some of the market people. You'll see some of the stalls kind of start to, maybe a couple of them close up. But actually, as soon as those couple close up, like a couple will kind of, new stalls will kind of roll into place from other vendors. So it seems, Yvonne, probably with your smarts, you'd probably kind of realize that, like, it seems like they have different vendors, maybe, especially, at least in this area, at night, like these outside little tent stall things, at night or in the evening than they do during the day. But some of them stay. As it starts to probably get, you start seeing the sunset, especially since you're kind of just sitting there for a bit. Yvonne, you'll notice that it's starting to get a little bit like twilight.
Okay, Giovanni might also chat with, Joe or whoever else is
Okay.
hanging around.
Okay. Yeah, I would say one of them would at least stay with you. So yeah, we'll say that Yo stayed there. And okay. Drexlin and Dakos.
I started writing a note as I left. I'm right with Drexel, but just a little bit ahead. I'll wait at the end of the bridge. I'm gonna walk past the guard that's remaining and just finish scribbling my note and set it down where the other guard was. This is for the two of you, and it just says "do better." And continue on. And, and I'll go slow so Drexel can easily catch up with me on that.
Thank you.
Continue.
And Draxlin, are you just catching up, staying with
Yeah.
Dacos for the most part?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So y'all make it back. I would say you'll see Lev kind of heading down one of the alleys, towards you,
Hello.
followed by Zenith.
And Zenith. How? Any other bears or animals?
No, how did it go? I
think so.
would have followed, but I have no cardio to speak of. So
No problem. Oh, it was lovely. There were a couple of guards that could have helped us, but waited for the bear to run by and then gave chase. There were woods right around the corner. Drexel is in incredible shape. I've discovered. And we made it to the farm district. Yes, Drexel, sorry.
Well, thank you. No, it was quite the good run he gave us. Truth be told, I don't know what I would have done if he stopped and turned around and faced us, but luckily he was smart enough to keep running.
Yes. Oh, I hate to destroy a bear.
Clearly. Usually they like to keep, all this wildlife just wants to keep to themselves, and for them to encroach upon the city is just a little concerning.
Oh.
yeah, I agree. I've heard from some of the merchants here that it's all sorts of wildlife. It's not just bears.
Really?
That sounds so.
Yeah, I'm trying to piece it together. It doesn't seem to correlate with the sky thing. But I'm kind of at my wit's end. Did you two see anything while you were chasing after the bear?
It's just a city full of inept guards.
People getting out of the way.
The usual.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a dryad.
What's that?
They're fake creatures that watch over forests and call the forest their own domain. Speak with everything and know everything that's going on within their little domain. Sometimes they're prone to mischief, being fair.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience.
Perhaps.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I have
They'll
no
have
idea.
secrets.
Yeah, how these demi-planes work. These play areas for mages. I guess I have no idea.
Well, we'll keep our ears to the ground, I suppose. If we're exploring about, and we can always look through the forest and track anything. Look for dryad. Or otherwise, whatever it could be. Were they all beasts that you heard of, Lev?
Yeah, I remember crocodiles, the bear, of course, even schools of fish in the waterways.
That's so yes.
Oh, maybe it's something to do with the magnetic field in this area, because it's a weird, plane of existence. Something could be going on with magnetic field causing all these animals to go crazy. I don't know. It's a theory. We can check up on this theory.
All right, I had to check my intelligence real quick. See how I'd react. It could be that then.
Drexel will just say, yes. Just sort of like playing it off.
I mean, I'll admit that one's really way out there, but they also did say that there was an animal control company that kind of took a look at some of these animals in the past. maybe we can follow up on that lead, see if they know a little bit more.
Yeah, tell them to get on the job or find out. Maybe they might have some ideas.
Yes, I don't want to spend our time here chasing animals and what shooing away a school of fish. Like we can't. I'm half the swimmer that I am a runner. I shudder at the thought of the extra manual labor, physical labor.
Well, that worked up quite an appetite. I think we need to get back to the trader and the chief and get ourselves a good meal.
What do you think?
Sounds great to me.
3 of you make perception checks for me, please.
Seven.
What did you say, Drexel? 7?
7.
Oh, 7, okay. Dakos?
9.
And Love.
15.
Okay. Love, as you're turning to go back to start walking back through the market district to find your friends, you and the inn, you see an interesting cloaked, just a cloaked individual kind of sidestep back into an alley just as soon as you kind of notice them, and it would seem like you catch their eye, but like you can't see because of the cloak and the hood over. The cloak's like this like dark gray with these dark blue undertones. But it seems to, as soon as you noticed it, step back into an alley and start back down the alley.
I send a message to Drexel and Dakos separately, basically saying, I think we're being observed.
We reply. Is it message like message? Followed or just observed?
They seem to be moving back into the shadows, so I don't know if they're following us. Just a heads up. Gray cloak. Blue undertones.
Which direction?
Level gesture with his ears towards the alleyway.
So cool. I'm gonna try and like disengage, hide, and then see if I can shift into the darkness and sneak up on whoever was or whatever was there.
Do you use anything that's helping you to stealth, like anything specific, or?
Let's take a look. Let's say, use my cunning action to disengage. I use my sneaky rogueness. I open up my robe of eyes
Okay.
to let me see in all directions, dark vision out to 120 feet, see into the ethereal plane and invisible creatures. And otherwise, I'm just going to try and be stealthy.
Okay. Powers. I would say go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage. Takos. Oh, I don't know what my stealth is. So I have +6. Okay, so it's 23. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You are able to, however you want to describe it, but you're able to get to the alley that they started down, and you see that dark gray cloak. And they just seem to be moving towards the end of the alley as quietly as possible, it seems, but not too hesitant. They seem to be a little swift, but not running, just light on their feet.
I'm keeping a good 120 feet of dark vision, and it's still twilight, so I'm keeping a good distance of like 80 feet or so. I just want to see if I can catch their face.
Okay.
If they make a move, when they take a turn, we can do something where they have
Okay.
to turn.
There are a couple like doors to different shops here, but you'll pass a few people kind of coming in and out of shops and going down the alley to cut through. You'll get to the end, or you'll see. I guess I would say that you'll see ahead of you this cloaked figure get to the end, and they'll just kind of step out to the left. Do you head to the end of the alley just to kind of see which way they're going?
I've seen them take a clean step to the left. I'm getting on my broom, flying up and over the building, and like looking from the top of the building on the other side. I'm gonna look down to try and see their face.
Okay.
Staying above the building.
Okay. No one seems to notice you get on your broom and heading out. But yeah, you do that. You look down the other side. It seems like they just stepped to the left as soon as they got out of the alley, but are keeping their hood on, and they're just kind of just standing there, just kind of leaning against the wall.
Do I see their face?
No, they have their hood on. They have a hood covering, right? There's nothing that you have that will help you.
Sorry, I was trying to get on the other side so I could.
I mean, you
okay.
could try to like go across like the alley, like you could try to go across like the rooftops there where they are. But like they're like I was saying that you were looking down, but if you're going over, you can try to do that. They just might notice you.
That's all right. I pictured them turning left out of the alley. And so, since my broom's much faster, I wanted to fly up over the building on the other side of the roof, up towards the front, where I could just peer off the end of the roof, where they're heading this way.
Oh, they didn't walk though. Once they
Just turn left,
yeah,
and then
you have like the alley here. They're coming out, and they just took a step to the left, and they're leaning right up against that wall.
Okay. I guess maybe I'll take a minute. Like I don't want to take away from everyone else, so I'll just see what I've got. If that works.
Okay.
So I don't hold everyone else up.
Okay. Lev and Drexlin, what are you doing?
Drexel would have answered Lev's message by saying more than just the gawking that we've been getting.
Yeah, it seems so. Oh, there goes Dakos.
Where'd he go? What?
Like a half a step behind you and off down the. I'm Batman.
Okay, I think we're safe to talk now.
Dakos, man.
Well, perhaps, who knows? Perhaps whoever runs this place is since we've taken an interest in them, they're taking an interest in us.
Yeah, they did say that they don't get a whole lot of visitors, huh?
Oh yeah, that on top of the fact that we're stick out like sore thumbs, so
Yep, fighting random wild animals.
chasing bears through the city. Well, I guess we'll just wait here for Dakos to come back, I guess. I don't.
Sure, or maybe we can link up with the rest of the group.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Dakos
Okay.
will find his way.
Okay. So I'd say both of you would be able to tell generally in which direction you go. So you can start heading back that way. Dakos, anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my position. So like I'm looking down and looking over at them, and I just see like the side of their hood because they're looking straight across the street.
They're looking
So-
down, actually. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna send my broom not directly down, but some distance between me and them because I can send it up to a mile away, and I'm gonna send it down to like rap against the wall, and then I'm just gonna have it like take a circuitous route around to get back to me. So I'm gonna watch with head of my hand like this from the edge of the roof to see if they turn and look at the loud clacking broom.
Are you having it clack right beside them or above them?
an equal distance between them and me, but down at street level. I'm assuming I'm I'm up high, but I assume I'm like 30
So
feet.
this would be above their head.
Nope, it would be a street level, like their level, but like 15 feet away from them, closer to me. I'm down on the other side of the building.
Okay. Okay.
Clack, 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 clack. And I've got my cloak up over my face.
Now with
I've got 2 cloaks.
your robe of eyes, what was the specifications? Like, what does that allow you to do again?
It lets me see in all directions. Gives me advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Dark vision out to 120 feet. I can see invisible creatures and objects, and I can see into the ethereal plane out to 120 feet.
Okay.
And I've got it pulled up, obscuring my face as I look down.
Okay. Yeah, they will look up when the broom taps. They'll look up at it. You'll just...
It'll be over because it's at their level.
Right. Yeah, but... Yeah. I mean, you would see not the entire face. You would see some sepia-toned skin. Maybe some black dread slipping out from the hood.
Okay. Sorry, what kind of skin? I'm so sorry.
Sepia-toned.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, looks relative like human features. Like not like crocodile person.
You would
features or
probably
anything?
see a forehead and a nose, maybe an eye. Seems humanoid. Seems to have like a white marking here. It seems to be white in color.
Okay, you send the broom around to do its thing, its long route.
And yeah, they'll look and we'll start to Okay, yeah. They would actually look around and look up, and you'd be able to see their entire face before they would see the broom kind of fly off, and then put the hood back over, kind of tighten the hood on their head, and just start walking down the street.
Okay.
And probably, if you're watching, we'll duck into another alleyway.
I'll leave him be for now. Once the broom gets back, while I'm waiting for the broom to take its route, I'll just do a quick sketch in my book of the face.
Okay, sure.
And then I'll fly back to my friends.
Okay. Yeah, make a either perception or investigation check, Dicos, in finding your peeps. How easy that is for you.
Okay. I'll go perception. That's better. 13.
All right. Yeah, it takes you kind of go around a block a couple of times, but you're able to, we'll say that you're able to spot, actually like find the place where you left, where, see Yvonne and Yo first before Drexelin and Lev.
At some point, passing through the shadows to like obscure my direction, where I'm coming from, where I'm going, and dropping the cloak, the hood of the cloak. And,
Right.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I lost my way. If I get up real close, I'll be like, I was scouting a bit. I saw their face, and describe what I saw. Just keep a lookout. Here's the sketch.
So saying that to Yvonne and to Yo.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm sorry. I was thinking.
Are you gonna wait until they all get there?
Yeah, I'll wait till
Okay.
everyone gets there.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
No problem. Oh, hello, Drexler didn't left. Here you are. No, no, show them all. like huddled up, like yes. Sketch.
Well done.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody we know or have seen.
I'm not knocking. I can't say I've seen anyone with it yet, but I'm not sure.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, they don't seem to be the type to be animal control or anything like that.
No.
A different kind of pest control.
Yes. I'm familiar with the shadows, certainly. That food, Jackson, yes. Yeah.
Yes, certainly.
Mm, mm. I'll lean under the cart. Giovanni, we are going to have some dinner. Will you join us?
Oh, the cellar over there has eggplant and zucchini and cucumber, and of course there's fish here. And the one over there seemed to have fruit, but not apples for some. I don't understand why you wouldn't have apples, but there's no apples over there. But there's apples. Oh, you meant go to like a tavern. Okay, yeah, we can do that. That seems reasonable.
Oh, but
Thank
it is
you,
good to know
Giovanni.
what variety this market has. It's good to know.
Yes.
Quite an excellent market, really. Yes.
It's good to know for supplies and stuff. Yeah,
Mm.
forward thinking.
All right. Anything else?
Let's
before
go
y'all
get it.
start?
Decent meal. Yes, let's go get it decent.
Yes. I'm ready.
All right. So I'd say as y'all head out to go and either find the inn or find a tavern or find the inn to find a tavern. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that if they have a tavern inside as well with the inn. But yeah, we'll call. We'll not call it there, but we'll call our our bio break there, Stephanie. So for viewers, we take a 10-minute bio break. So go get a snack, go get some water, and come back, and we'll be here. So, all right. As soon as I get the BRB. Stephanie has no words today. I have no words. There we go.
All right.
Awesome.
Mics are hot.
Woo! Saucy.
We skip combat equals stuff
Yeah,
early.
she had that planned for the whole session, so it's like I got nothing.
That's it.
It was still really fun.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
good old 80s chase through a city, like streets of San Francisco.
Yeah. Slide across the engine hood. Yeah. Across
it.
the horseback. I don't know.
Oh, goodness. Do I want a snack? Do I want food? Probably.
I'm so sorry, Owlbear Token Mini. Let's see the combat. That was fun though. That was a nice shift around. I do like it. I love battle. And honestly, I was going into the week thinking like, oh, we're battle, yeah. And then when presented, it seems so docile. Like I'm just hungry and like, oh, yeah, you know. And then Drexel, of course, Frankie had that awesome idea with like the clang, clang, clang. I'm like, yeah, I can't like leap over Drexel with my daggers out, you know. It's like, yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's be sweet to this sweet hungry bear.
I've been thinking all week of how as a druid, how do I really approach this bear? Like, really? Oh, it's leaving. Okay, that's good. We're done.
Mm-hmm. Yep, mission accomplished. But listen, I feel like infiltrating the castle's not going to be as difficult as we thought. We'll just run quickly, and then the guards will have to try and catch up, and then they'll get out of breath.
Or I'll shapeshift into a bear, and they'll be like, "No, I can't see it.
Nice,
I just can't see. It's camouflaged. It's invisible."
Nice. Another bear. That's fun. I'm curious what's going on now that it's become a thing. But I also don't want to. Oh shit! I also don't want to see like what our obstacles are with the castle. Is that going to take a lot of time, or do we have time for the forest? All right, spicy bagels, everything bagels. A little pinch of garlic salt, and cracked black pepper, and crushed red pepper ground up, and it's a garlic and herb cream cheese, and then some sriracha. Oh, yeah. It's good. I hope, I imagine Carly just had a long day, but I hope she's all right.
Yeah.
The souvenirs in chat, Warren, are so cool. It's awesome.
Yeah, I made my day for sure.
Hmm.
Hey, sorry.
Ah,
I started making a bagel, and then I was like, I forgot how long it takes to toast something.
through an actual toaster.
Oh. Is that cream cheese and jam?
No. It's everything bagel. It's garlic and herb cream cheese, a little bit of garlic salt, and cracked black pepper, and crushed red pepper, finely ground, and then some sriracha on top.
Nice. Yeah, I love everything bagels so much. Yeah, well, I didn't continue with my bagel making because I was like, this is gonna take too long. So I just peeled a hard-boiled egg instead.
That'll do.
No.
Maybe after, if I'm still hungry, I'll make a
No.
bagel. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. We're back. We're here. Okay. It says,
Welcome back.
Nice.
welcome back, viewers. Welcome back, players. We're glad to have you now.
Welcome back, Cotter.
Welcome back. Okay, yeah. All right, so we left off with group of you traversing through the market district. Now, are you looking for a tavern specifically, or are you just heading towards the trader and the chief?
I think Trader and Chief makes sense at this point. We're supposed to be close anyways.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, just with a little bit of searching, you can find this very interesting building. It's very hard to miss. It has this kind of a hanging sign, your traditional wooden hanging sign called that says the Trader and the Chief on it. The building itself is just this kind of mix of kind of blues and greens. It has this kind of green metal front. And then above that, it seems to have this kind of like an eye motif that almost sticks out from the building. Looks almost like a sleepy dragon's eye. It has a couple of towers kind of above that. It kind of looks a little out of place amongst the other buildings in their style here, but it does catch your eyes. Maybe that's the point. But yeah, you head in, past someone kind of on their way out, and there, and there at the desk is a seeming female tabaxi. Kind of has this red hair in a braid that seems to be kind of mixed in with her cat hair itself. But the rest of her is kind of this almost like a mix of greens and tans is her fur color, with these interesting little spots all over her. Dressed very casually. Oh, hi. Welcome to the Trader and the Chief. How may I help you today?
Oh, hello. We were looking for rooms and for something to eat. Is that are both things possible here?
Oh,
If it's a problem, we could look somewhere else. I don't.
No. Well, we have an inn. That's kind of our thing. We do have a small little tavern, but it's mostly drink. There are some appetizers there. We don't have big meals, however, but let me just take a look. Give me 1 second, and I'll go and converse with Enton and see what's on the menu. Just wait right here, okay? And she'll kind of like quickly like almost scurry into what seems to be like a bar table area to the left. And let's see here. Okay. So it'll be a couple minutes. You'll hear some crashing sounds coming from that area. And
Yava looks at Drexler and says, "I'm okay with appetizers, but I'm guessing you're not."
If we could, yeah, I mean, it's been a rather, running around and such. Yeah, get a good meal in us.
Okay, I'm sure she knows a very good place.
She'll come bounding back and almost run into the desk. So we have, that's on Enton's menu in our lovely tavern. We have vegetable stew that comes with a mug of stout. We have boiled eggs and cheese with a tankard of bitter beer, pickled sausage and beetroot, and rye porridge with a mug of beer as well. That's what we have currently.
You might want to get something a little bit more substantial, so
Okay.
we might take a pass on the meal, but we probably, while we're here, and I looked at the others, we should probably secure our rooms now, just in case,
Yes.
Oh.
That's-
Sure, absolutely. Let me just get this here. All right, it seems it'll be about 50 silver a night for each room.
Oh,
Okay. Do they have baths? I mean, I've been chasing a bear for the better part of the afternoon. I could really use a good.
I'm sure we could get a tub and some hot stones up to you if you really want.
That would be, yeah, later on. That would be,
Great.
yeah, it's desirable.
Okay. You just let us know when you would like that, and we'll be more than happy to accommodate. I'm sure.
sorry, everyone. Pardon me about this. I'll say in not a more quiet tone. I've stayed at many very wealthy inns that run upwards of 4 gold a night, sometimes 5. This seems like a steep price to pay for what appears to be a comfortable location, but not a 5 gold a night for each of us location. I'm sure you're aware. Perhaps we can. I believe our guide told us that this was a middle of the road.
Are you saying this loud enough for her to hear?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. We do offer free entertainment every night in the tavern. And other amenities as well. We have books in each room. And, did I mention the free entertainment? Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Would you like to
mind.
speak to the keeper of the inn, or?
Will they change the price?
I don't know. Or, and coming down the steps, you'll see this very, very well-built, large, male-seeming, kind of dark hair with stubble. Kind of has on these very kind of slouchy clothes, but looks very comfortable, in kind of earthen colors. Comes down. Jade, could you not? Oh, customers, yes. I know. Descend the steps and come back behind the desk. What can I help with? I'm sure. Hopefully, Jade has been a good kind of give her like a head pat, and she'll kind of like do this weird, kind of like almost like a cat would kind of like lean into it. Sure, Jade has helped you. Do you have any questions or concerns?
Or just the price. I've
Oh, yeah.
stated many are wealthy, and we were quoted 5
Sure.
gold for each of us for the night.
Oh, well, this is only 50 silver a night.
Yes, that's 5 gold.
Oh. That is a Stephanie problem. I'm so
okay.
sorry. I'm
Might
so
have been-
sorry. I was
Might
like,
have been 5 silver.
I was thinking 100 gold. I was thinking my mind was not working. I'm so sorry. That's a DM
no.
problem.
Oh, my bad then.
It was only meant to be a half a gold, so yes, 5 silver a night.
I thought they were like strangers.
I'm so
We're gonna
sorry.
price gouge them.
I'm so sorry.
So 5 silver, you said?
Yeah, so 5 silver
Oh,
a
okay.
night.
Then-
Well, and I'm sorry. Did you say 50 silver? That's Jade. Oh, was that not? It's 5 silver a night. Oh, should I pass a note under room 102's door then? If you checked them in under that pricing, then maybe not. I'll talk to them in the morning. Okay. Sorry for the wrong information.
It's quite alright.
I'll go and help it. Yeah. Why don't you go and help Enton? Yes. Thank you, Jade. Thank you. I'm so sorry. She's newly humanoid, so things are still a bit different.
Oh.
So how can I? So are you looking for rooms? Is 5 silver acceptable a night per room?
Do you have an observatory or perhaps a balcony, or we can get up on the roof?
Yes, I do have a. Yeah, I can. Sure, I'm pretty sure that we have a room with a balcony open. I mean, it's not much of a view. It's the city, but your better stargazing will come probably out in the farmland. You have some city lights. The building lights kind of interfere here, but you can see some. I don't have a
Of course.
telescope, though, so I'm sorry.
Do you know someone who does?
There is a royal observatory near the library. They have a telescope there that you can see the stars through.
Interesting.
Attached to the royal library, in fact. So
And how is the city glare in the sky from the? I'm sorry. I'm being rude. We're negotiating a room. I'll ask you perhaps questions later.
sure. So how many rooms are you looking to take?
I'll take one.
Okay.
I'll take one. Drexel will take one.
So 6 then?
6 rooms if you have them. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I will. Yeah, sorry, Stephanie's brain went out. Yes, absolutely. We have 6 rooms available. Let me, if you want to go ahead and just provide this. Oh, how many nights? I'm so sorry.
That's a wonderful question. Should we say 3 for now? We can add more when checkout comes. Yes, if we need.
I'm sorry.
If we say 3 now and we have to stay more,
Oh.
then we can simply add one in.
Yes, I don't. We have a few extra. Let me check my books here, actually. Okay, yes, we actually just have about 7 rooms for the next couple of nights available, but so you'll fit right in. And that would be available to you. We have a festival that happens in town tomorrow, so near the palace.
Oh.
Festival of Balance. Is that what you're here for in town? Are you from the farmlands? I don't think so, right? Visitors?
No.
I read it.
Nice. What do you all think? 4 nights then? So do you need them 2 gold?
I guess so.
And we can add more. If we we're visiting for a number of things. Yes, no.
Yes, I am.
4 nights, please.
Okay. 4 nights it is. So that would be 2 gold for each of the rooms, and so for 6, yeah. Are you paying individually? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. All right. Let me. So he'll get you like a little key on a ribbon for each of you. These are to your doors, and on the ribbon there'll be a little tag that will mark like your room number. We have. It looks like a couple of you. You don't mind being on different floors, right? Is that okay?
No, as long as I can be on at least the 2nd floor and I have at least 1 window.
Oh, yes. All of the rooms have windows. So, yes, keys to the rooms. We got 3 of you, including you on the, points to you, Dakos, on the 2nd floor. And you, points to you, Yvonne. We have you and you, points to you, Lab, on the 3rd floor.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you, Innkeeper. You're very kind.
Absolutely. There's always someone here at the desk, day or night. It'll either probably be myself, Jade. She does well. Don't, if you need something and if she has any questions, she usually comes and asks me. Inton runs the kitchen in the tavern. We have live music every night, unless there's something else happening. Probably won't have it tomorrow evening because everyone will be pretty much at the festival, but we'll have someone here in case you need anything. Did Jade promise you anything else that I should be aware of?
No?
Okay.
A hot bath for our friend, Mr. Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we can absolutely send up a tub with some hot stones. It'll work in a jiffy. We also, if you're exploring, make a note that there are some very nice, very fine bathhouses out in the farmland just south of here.
Lovely.
Okay. Well,
I'm terribly sorry. Your name again is...
my name is Orr. Kind
Orr.
of stick out a hand if anyone wants to shake.
Oh.
Okay.
Shit.
It's a very, very firm handshake.
Yeah, Drexel will
Yeah.
do the old firm
Yeah.
grip.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's standing like he's just a wide, built guy. So probably for some of you, if there's any kind of faltering of strength in your handshake, you can definitely feel like almost like a crush, and maybe he'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I sometimes." Anyways.
Giovanni weighs 34 pounds. There's no strength in his handshake.
God. Yes, we also have a couple of other people that help out here at the inn, and we also have Emma, who does our housekeeping, and Emma will be actually on her way down the steps, and it seems like Emma is a frog person, is a humanoid frog creature, wearing a cute little black and brown dress, with an apron, and has a little carry cart that she has with some supplies in.
Yeah, but we'll bow to Emma.
Oh, aren't you a sweetheart? Thank you. I appreciate it. I take it you're a guest here tonight. I'll be taking care of your room, so if you need anything at all, you just tug on the rope in the room, and that will let us know down here that you need something.
I have this room. I'll just dangle my key.
Yes.
Would you mind giving me an extra 2 or 3 pillows, please?
Oh,
If manageable.
marked, and I will definitely do that for you. Anyone else want extra pillows?
No, I'm fine with it. Just I'll be needing a bath when I get back from dinner. That's all.
Excellent. Just ring the bell, and someone will check in on you and see what you need. Okay?
Great.
Wonderful. Well, she'll kind of sidestep over to Orr. You're like, we're having a bit of trouble with the mice again. Emma. Oh, not in the rooms. It's fine. It's down in the basement. We might want to get a hold of someone. Thanks, Emma. Appreciate it. Anytime. Y'all enjoy your stay now, okay? Remember, just
Will do.
tug on that rope. I'll get you your extra pillows. And she'll kind of go towards the kitchen area. Well, hello, Anton. Yeah.
Mhm.
So dinner then.
Yes.
Please.
All right. Okay. So, oh, did you ask? Oh, are you eating at the
Is
tavern?
Orr still
Yeah,
there?
Orr's still there. Yes.
Jade was good enough to get us the menu for the bar, but
Oh.
we're needing something a little bit more. At least I am needing something a little bit more substantial for dinner. So, can you recommend any place for a really good, large meal?
Of course. How much are you wanting to spend? Are you wanting a
I'll
fine
definitely
meal?
give Daco some.
Are you wanting a fine meal? Are you
Mm.
wanting, I mean, if you're wanting anything below average or medium, then I would just say stay here. But there are places, there's one place in town, let's see, here in the market district, in fact, called the Raven, that is about in your medium price range, probably. And I would say if you're wanting, there's also the Grey Bather Pub, but that's a little west of here. But it shouldn't take too long for you to get to. And the other one, is also in the Market District. That's the Herald. And actually I think we have, and he'll kind of go through some drawers. Yes, we do have menus for, looks like the Herald and the Raven.
Oh.
If you'd like to see, and he'll kind of turn them around.
Mm.
Oh, actually, the Herald is actually a little bit lower on the scale than the Raven. Raven's probably some of the more finer food.
No, these I always worry when traveling about being taken advantage of as travelers.
Yeah.
I've once spent 8 gold on the finest of meals all day long, and had no problem spending 8 gold on it. I don't want to spend 8 gold for a ham sandwich. These places, upper quality, not the finest, but I'm starving. Drexler is hungry. We
I
want to fill our stomachs.
completely understand that. So let me just take a look here. I can read. It doesn't seem like the prices, and he'll kind of show you. The prices don't run too high. Here at the Raven, you can get roasted bear with garlic and cashew bread and some whiskey for just 2 silver
Too
pieces.
Too soon.
Braised capon with olive pie, roasted
I'm
pork.
so sorry, dear. I'm just asking if any of these if any of these places take advantage of travelers. If you don't know,
I mean,
it's
I
fine.
would say that between the Herald and the Raven, you might be hitting more of that surprisingly at the Herald, which is a little bit. The Raven's food is about the same price as the Herald's, but the Raven is a bit more. The establishment is a bit more upscale.
Oh, I can forego the putting on airs to have a good meal right now at a cheaper price if you want it. What do you feel like, everyone? Drexler, you're also very hungry. What are your thoughts?
I could go for either, but let's Considering our current conditions after after a bear all day, let's go to the Herald.
Fine choice. Fine choice. You've been such
Or-
a sweet.
Or go ahead.
Yes.
Oh,
Or
okay.
where would you eat?
Oh, I usually, let me actually see where these are located on the map here. That would be, let's see, restaurant. Okay. Inns and B&Bs. Okay, well the closest to here would actually be the Herald. So I went there more than the Raven.
Okay, thank you.
Definitely. And this menu could be out of date. There could be some different items. They seem to kind of filter through things, but I haven't think I've ever had a bad meal at the Herald.
You've been a sweetheart. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
just feel like I'm sure we'll see you around. Yes.
Definitely. Again, if you need anything, just let us know here at the desk and enjoy your stay. Maybe we'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
Sounds very good. I'll be like trying to move Drexel
Okay.
towards the door. Like.
Might be the other way around. Jackson might be out the door by now.
Done. Okay. All right. So, and I would say that probably, or would give you directions to, kind of point you in the direction where the Herald would be. It's maybe restaurant coffee. Oh, okay, that's what that is. It's maybe just about a block, just a couple blocks away. So you do have to cross a bridge over one of the smaller canals to get there. It is getting evening by this time, by the time that you're done with your conversation with Orr, and getting your rooms. But it does seem like, I would say it's probably not extremely busy this evening. Surprisingly, it seems to have died down. It looks like market stalls are still out, but there's just not a lot of patrons right now. But yeah, you're able to make your way over to this very fine-looking wood and metal building that has in gold lettering the Herald above.
All right.
Near me.
All right. You step in, and surprisingly, the building is very open. You have different tables set around here and there with candlelight, a basket of bread at a couple of tables where there are some people sitting, or food. In the center, you have almost fashioned this huge cask that seems to be, of course, it's not utilized. It's more adornment than anything else. But it seems to kind of structure the middle of this building with kind of a bar going around it with all kinds of different casks for their ale and whiskeys and that sort of thing. It's a very, has mood, like, very kind of darker lighting, mostly candlelight. But there do seem to be, let's see, how many people do we have? Okay, it's probably about half full. So it seems like this is around a lot of people's dinner time, of course. But as you come in, you will be greeted by a humanoid person. Yes, how can I help you? How many do we have? Welcome to the Herald.
Welcome. Table for 6, if you could.
Definitely. Right this way. And she'll kind of pick up some menus and guide you to a table that will comfortably fit 6. It's about half booth, half table. Yes, Yvonne?
I like the candlelight. It's nice and dark. And get your eyes accustomed to the night.
We think so too. We quite like it. Here are your menus. I'll get you a pitcher of water and some glasses. Yes.
May we have an extra chair, please? please.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
She'll go and grab an extra chair from a table that has a couple people, and there are a couple of extra chairs there. So she'll bring
I have a thought.
an extra one over.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, of course. I'll give you a few minutes to decide what you want. Or if you find sitting at a bar a little bit more convenient or more comfortable, you can definitely move over there as well. All right. See you soon. And she'll step away and give you some time.
I don't know why she said that. The bar is way too tall for me. There's no way I could be comfortable sitting there.
Yeah, let me actually, you know what I might do is I might just pop this into Discord for y'all.
Yep.
On what they offer for this evening, it seems like.
Were you expecting a guest, Dakos?
Well, first, of course, we must fill our stomachs. But I was thinking that we're here to understand the locals and the way of the locals. And there are so many locals in here. Perhaps once our bellies are full, we could order some reasonable drinks, nothing too strong, nothing too light. And just make an announcement. We're traveling. We want to better understand options here, the way of things. Free drinks, one at a time, to anyone that wants to sit down and share a little bit about life here. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Interesting. Do you do this often?
I spent a decent bit of time, and I'll look at Lev since you mentioned it earlier, in the Feywild, and coming here to the Prime took a fair bit of adjustment, to say the least, and a fair bit of time elsewhere. My time here has been limited. Doing this here and there helped me understand the way of things. Very different here on the Prime.
Which, of course, we are not on the Prime.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry, yes. Now we're in another world altogether.
A
But it
whole
helped
new
me.
world.
Yes. A new horizon. Yes, it helped me there while on the Prime. Perhaps it can help us here.
Interesting.
But just for consideration, I won't force any of us to sit at a table of strangers if it's not unanimous. Close my menu.
Okay, yeah, I dropped the menu into Discord. I was going to say, yeah, I don't know. I was combining Discord and Zoom chat and was about ready to say Doom chat. But and just for viewers, just to give you an idea of some of the stuff that they offer spiced potatoes, braised minotaur tail with mushrooms, smoked fresh trout fillet, roast stuffed leg of lamb with mint sauce, stuffed mushrooms, chicken liver pate and bread, pork knuckle roasted in beer, muttons, cheese rolls, and a lot of different ales and wines as well.
Out of
Alright.
character, I might have to make some of these.
Nice, yes.
But I would say it'd be a few minutes, and your server would come back. Kind of has brown hair, kind of pinned up, and the same person that helped you to your table. Okay, so, and Anything special? What are each of you having? Or do you need more time? I know there's a lot in the menu.
I don't like to go first in this sort of thing.
Okay. I'm sorry, you, as you look at Yavani.
I'll have the apple stuffed mushrooms, please. And
Okay.
whatever drink you think is best.
Okay. All right. I would say that my favorite would probably be the Yanusa wine. Is wine okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I trust your judgment.
Great. So that is the Stephanie. Okay. Stuffed
Accountants.
mushrooms. Yanusa wine. And you. It looks at you, Drexlin.
I'll have the pork knuckle, please. The spicy spiced potatoes, and I think I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, I'm sure. As Kraus, heavy ale.
Wonderful. And what about you? And we'll look to you, Lev.
Yeah, I'll have the spiced potatoes, please, the cheese rolls, and then the lager.
Okay, wonderful. And what about you? It looks at you, Digos.
So many choices. I believe I'll have an order of keto spiced potatoes, a grilled fillet of salmon, 2 orders of cheese rolls, please. And for drink, I think I'll have an Asper's ale and bring a bottle of the Quillen wine if you would.
All right. And she'll get, of course, Yo's and Zena's order. All right. Probably be about, I would say, about 15-20 minutes or longer for some, depending on what we have already done back there, if we have any extra. So I will be back to give you an update, at least in about 15-20 minutes.
I'm terribly sorry. Could we have it all fresh?
Oh, certainly. If
anything
you're
that's
willing
already
to
done.
wait about 40.
Is that all right with everyone?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I will go back and let the chef know. All right.
Thank you.
And she will go off and kind of check with a couple other tables before heading back to the kitchen. Okay. Anything that y'all want to discuss in the meantime? Okay.
Well, then tell me what you mean.
See about 40 minutes, and she'll bring the. You'll see a few people, kind of course, come and go. Still staying fairly busy though. People leave, more people come in. I would say that close to the time that your food is brought out by a couple of different waiters, you'll start to hear some live music. Not really on your side of the restaurant, but it seems like it's happening on the other side of the tavern. But you can definitely hear it kind of waved over. And you get all of your stuff, and just be sure to I think everything has some monies there, so whatever you bought, just be sure to take it out of your gold, of your silver, copper, and gold. All right, all of your food is brought. Let me just see. Ooh, okay. Okay.
Thank you. So much more succinct.
It's
Thank you, Yaba.
what?
No, I was just thanking Warren. I was typing the thing up and he made it so much more succinct. It's so nice. Like, blah, 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 blah.
So most of the food is wonderful. There are a couple of items between the group of you that are probably, a little bit maybe on the overcooked side. But 80% of it, 85, close to 90, is very, very good.
Oh, nice. Yes. That was fine.
Yes,
Completely adequate. Yes.
enjoyed.
Um, Well, I'm thinking, should you all be all right with speaking with the locals? This Asquith ale was quite not too terribly strong, but not weak either. And it might be good to apply information and be suitable recompense for their time.
No,
Yvonne's response is to take out a book out of one of his bags and just start reading it.
Yes.
might be simply better to cater to whatever they want. Their preferences, play to their preferences.
That's true. Yes.
Plus, sounds like it would be mostly locals. So, seeing as we're only visitors here, they might know the local drinks better than us, probably.
Very true. I'm actually quite terrible at this. I'm good at making the announcement. It took me quite a few tries to get information on my own. You seem to, I mean, at least you, Drexel, seem to have a better way with words than I do. Perhaps I don't know about the rest of you yet. But if any of you are a little better at small talk and keeping a conversation going, perhaps you wouldn't mind leaving that side of things.
We'll see what happens. Take it as best not to plan. They always get spoiled in the end anyway.
Very, very true. As I'm sitting, standing up on the bench seat. Patrons of the bar. It might be difficult to tell, but we're travelers, not locals. And as we pass through, we wish to better understand the way of things here so that we can appreciate everything this beautiful place has to offer. I would like to extend an invitation, one at a time, of course, in our spare seat here. Drinks will be on us for as long as you have time to share some of your insights on all things local. I leave the initiative up to you. And I'll sit back down.
Okay. All right. So I'd say you definitely get people's attention. You can see your waitress in the back near the bar, or in the center, I guess, of the place near the bar, not really sure how to react, or kind of turning and smiling awkwardly at the bartender. A few people around your table is close to you. There's a mixture of oh, okay, and also just and good, just going back to their food. And you even get I would say probably at least one table that will probably start finishing up and leaving.
Sure, yeah.
The first person to kind of, step away from their table and over here would be, it's very interesting fur bulk. Has this kind of light slate blue skin, fur, I guess. Dressed in almost this skirt that looks almost similar to flower petals. And has an interesting mushroom type hat that seems to kind of interweave with her hair, with their hair. Kind of step over and sit down. Interesting proposition. Where are you from?
The Prime? More importantly, what would you like to drink?
Oh, well, I guess I would take some wine, if you have any.
Anything off of this list? Yeah, go past the rest
Oh,
of these.
let's see, what would she drink? The Quillen wine's really good. I'll take some of that if that's okay.
Yes, and have you met my friend Drexler? And I'll point way for the.
Okay. Let me see
How I Met Your
if
Mother
okay. The waitress will kind of like sheepishly like come back, and we'll take your drink order, Dacos. The furball will kind of look over to you, Drexlin, and kind of like around everyone else at the table, and just kind of smile sheepishly, give a little nod at each of you.
Hello, we're just sort of, I guess, my friend Dacos is just softening the reaction that we've experienced since we've come to understand that you don't get many visitors here, and
Yeah.
so we're just sort of like trying to present ourselves in the best light, as not to be of any undue concern to everyone.
Sure. How did you get here? All of you.
We were magically teleported here. We were sent by an historical society to do some research for them
Oh, interesting.
into this this demi-plane, and it's we will probably be petitioning the Lady Emic here for an audience tomorrow to aid us in our research.
Fascinating.
Tell me a little about yourself. Why did you choose to come to this demi-plane? We're here, you know, of our purposes, but you've chosen to live here.
Oh, well, it's kind of my family. Yeah.
Interesting. We ran into a furball who was herding sheep out in the farmlands when we arrived.
Okay.
Any coincidence, relative, or?
She'll kind of smirk. No, I don't think that we're related. No, I came here with my parents and my other siblings.
Okay.
But we live here in the city. We don't live on the farmland.
And how have you found life in this city?
Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. Lady Amic here has taken care of it quite wonderfully. As did I can never remember his name. King Tepesh. He took care of the city as well when he was here.
He's taking care of it, all right.
Yes.
Cheese roll?
Yeah.
I think my friend here is referring to. We spent half the afternoon chasing a bear out of the city.
Oh, yes. The animals, they're quite the problem.
We found the city that falls from the sky, crushing civilians and such.
Oh,
A fight or something between them?
I doubt it was a fight. I think it was just, they wanted to rule another city, and that was the best solution. Why have just one city when you can have two? Right? But,
Is it true the city's been attacked by butterflies?
I'm sorry? What was
Is
that?
it? I heard a rumor that you said there were problems with animals, and I heard that maybe butterflies were a problem at one point. Did a bunch of butterflies come from the forest and attack the city?
Oh. I mean, sometimes there'll be groups of butterflies, but nothing's really attacked the city, no?
Oh, okay, thank you.
I know that one time I was walking and there was this cloud of moths that kind of swooped in from the forest, and you would have thought that if they were attacking this lady, she kind of overreacted, squealing, and eventually jumped into the the water.
Black or white?
I'm sorry?
Oh, the moths. Were they black or... I didn't mean the lady. I'm sorry if that was offensive.
Oh,
Were the moths black or white?
I think that they were kind of white. Kind of more of a
Interesting.
gray, probably. A very light gray.
Yes, I understand. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Kind of almost like my fur color, except not as blue.
Is that when the fish attacked? Maybe the old woman is the target.
Fish? Attack?
Yes, there's
I don't-
another rumor that fish congregated, swelling and filling the canals.
Oh, they do.
And you said the woman jumped into the water.
They
And I
do.
thought perhaps that is when they struck.
No, she was pulled out of the water. A little upset at a city guard, but the fish. No, I don't know of fish killing people. They just crowd the canals, and so it's hard to get around sometimes.
Hmm.
Zoom chat viewers, sorry. They just crowd the canals, so it's sometimes hard to get around because of them. I just,
Oh, yes.
you kind of see it. I kind of see it as just a quirk of living here. Animals they're a part of it.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, some people kill them. I don't agree with that. I think we should just take them back to the forest and put them back where they came from. Or so help me. Sorry. Disney reference. Just put them back where they came from. So.
That's
But-
sort of what we did. We,
Oh.
Dakos and I, saw the bear
Hmm.
greedily downing some fish at a market stall, and
They do seem
It's-
rather hungry sometimes.
seems as if something may have happened to their habitat, I would imagine.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the guards guard the forest to make sure people don't take the canals into them, or
Mm-hmm.
but they do a pretty good job, as far as I've been able to tell. So, let's see if she notices. Oh yeah. Do you have a different experience? Looks at you, Dakos.
I don't want to spoil dinner, but yes. We'll just let's leave it at that.
Okay.
Enough of the pleasantries of that chase. We've been told of a festival. It's Festival of Balance. Don't want to appear, in tune with the logo. What is the Festival of Balance about?
Oh, it's lovely. It's to go to, and you present yourself in the other kind of part of yourself. So, so say that you're not. So say usually you're like me. I'm not that much of a loud talker, or, I'm not very outgoing. But I go to the Festival of Balance, and I wear very colorful clothing, and I take off my hat, and I talk as loud as I want. Some people, if they're presenting one way, they'll go presenting another. Some people take it more as a personality, like me. And some people, and of course they don't allow any violence. So if you're a nice person, you can't really go, oh, I'm going to go and do something bad. But you can try to be mean. And so you do have people that will go and just, yell stuff at people. And if they don't get too out of hand, then they allow it. And there's special rooms for them to go and kind of let out what they're feeling.
I suppose I could try and be funny.
Oh, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, some people
good
try to.
job.
They have a talent show. So if you are not usually funny and you want to tell jokes, you can do so at the on the stage in front of everyone. Well, that wants to watch. I mean, it's kind of usually it's off to one side and they have dancing in another. So if you don't dance, you can dance. They have a fashion show, so those who aren't fashionable can go up and like show off their what they're wearing. Singers for people who don't usually sing. So it's to kind of
Oh no.
be balanced out.
Interesting.
Musicians who usually play, ballads will go and play kind of things,
Can we get her another?
Oh.
Yes, dear. We understand.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, kindly.
Oh, and thank you so much. I mean, this is sort of like almost a preview of the balance. You being so forthright with us tonight. This is
Oh.
quite refreshing.
Well, I guess I have a question for you.
Certainly.
Is your adventuring league hiring? Do they accept new applicants? Because I would love to go and study other places. But I mean, obviously you have a way out, right? You're not stuck here.
Yes.
Yes.
Just blurted out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand. I mean, as appealing as this life in this city is, I think as one grows accustomed and maybe perhaps even bored of this city, I don't know how that could be, but to seek adventure, yeah, that's it's quite an understandable yearning.
Well,
should
are
indulge
they?
that. I don't know if hiring is the right way to put it. We were sought out by our employer. They sort of yeah, we didn't exactly, we were just sort of we weren't really a group until our employer brought us together. So that's generally, you have to be prepared, I think, in our plane, the material plane, to sort of do a little adventuring on your own and figure out what's feels right for you. And then maybe, it's not easy, and if you're lucky, you will find others who think like you and want to do the same adventuring, and you go out and seek adventures with the group, and the group will sometimes, and as we participate in other groups, we get a reputation, we get known, and that's how employers will come and seek you out.
How can they seek me out when they can't get here?
That's an excellent question. You might have to. I mean, I understand, kind of understand. I'm not the smartest of this whole demi-plane.
You seem smart.
Thank you very much. That's quite kind of you. Go ahead, Dakos.
It made me wonder. Do you not have the means to leave this place on your own?
We can
Or is it
petition.
just difficult?
We can petition to the Queen if we want to leave. But we have to. There's a lot of process, and there's a lot of. As I understand, there's some paperwork. I've been known maybe 5 people who have left. Most people
Really?
just stay here. I mean, it's only been 10 years, I think. So what's 10 years? But I came here. I was a kid, and I just kind of wonder, how things have changed and what it's like out there.
Seems rather dangerous. We could inquire, though, I suppose, Drexen.
Could you ask for me? Because my parents don't really want me to, so.
I must add, I mean, you're drinking wine, and I don't know the rules of this land, but I just want to make it clear that if you're not of whatever age is an adult here, I don't want to offer you an whisk off the plane. Your parents have no clue where you
I'm
are.
24.
Oh,
So not yet. Wait. Oh, I suppose. I'm sorry. I was thinking of halflings. I'm sorry. Never mind.
What's your name again, dear?
Oh, my name is Merva.
Merva. And do you have any special skills? Any magic, innate magic abilities, or skills in sneaking
Dakos,
out?
it doesn't matter. If people want to travel and be free, well, I can't speak for you, but I would be happy to help.
Oh,
Yes,
Travel
I'm so
travel is
sorry.
one of the great joys of life.
I think so.
Just in case the employer asks.
Oh, well,
But yes,
I can grow things. I also know a little bit of magic and she'll like just do like a light cantrip. But I'm still kind of learning. But can't say that too loud because my parents didn't really want me to. But yeah, I'm learning some magic, and I do like animals, and I wish they would let me in the woods, but they don't really allow anyone in the woods. So
What's your favorite animal?
and she'll kind of and a little owl will kind of appear on her hat, on her like mushroom cap hat. Not a very big owl, but like, small.
Mhm.
Owls.
Oh, that's wonderful. I like birds so much. They're playful and they're pretty, and they're just so peaceful to watch. Don't you agree?
Yes. I just find them interesting, especially owls. You can go away and it will disappear. Yes.
It can help you likely either way.
Oh, really?
There's the travel part. But if you're looking to adventure,
Yes.
are you just looking to leave and find your way on the Prime? Or are you looking to adventure?
No, I would like to adventure, yes. But also, if possible, leave. Not that I don't like it here. It's not that the city's bad. I just really want to get out. And you'll see a couple of furbolgs kind of step up about 15 feet from the table. Marva, you ready to go? Yes. I'm sorry. I have to cut it here. The wine's been great. Thank you so much. And
Ask her where she lives. With please.
Did you say that too?
Merva,
Yeah.
just
Sends
1
a
minute.
message. Hi, it's Lev, the rabbit folk. Not to be creepy, but how do we get a hold of you? Can you let us know? Please leave me a message after this beep. Beep.
Oh. Yes. I live just across the street from the Royal Theater. Merva! Oh, so sorry. It's been great talking to you. I'm coming! She'll kind of stand and kind of go over, and the one of the other more, kind of older furbolgs will kind of like just look at the table and just turn and leave with Merva.
Rub my eye with some finger over.
What a lovely person.
Lovely, yes.
I
I suppose we can.
we should see what we can do for her.
Yes. Yes.
Although it is a scary proposition. I mean, often filled with ideas of adventure and stuff. It's not often a hardship.
Yes. We should probably run her through some paces before bringing her to the Prime with us when we leave. If this all goes according to plan. Make sure she understands what that actually looks like.
Yeah.
Such being
I
able
spent my whole life on the road. Even when we were young, Mum was traveling place to place, see different stars and astronomical events. It's a wonderful. I mean, I realize not everybody lives that way, but that kind of freedom, that kind of ability to explore wonderful places. If you don't want it, that's fine. But if you do want it, it's a gift, and you should be free to pursue it. Now, I understand. I don't know what it means magically to cross the barrier from this side, but
yes.
surely we couldn't have had a kingdom founded here without a way to go back.
Right.
It just seems wrong and cruel.
Yes. So I'm going to take a moment, write a note on the notebook, because I think we can converse.
Magic journals,
Wasn't there
yeah.
anything we could write back and forth? Yeah. Found someone here, 24, perhaps druidic, would like to at least leave this plane, if not potentially adventure. Yeah. Can we bring them back with us to travel, if not to assist perhaps in some way? They'll need some looking after, as I don't think they know how to handle themselves on the open road just yet. Thoughts? Question mark? Exclamation point, hearts. I said, we'll feed them and
We won't take care of them? Yeah, I've heard that song.
Yeah. Who's going to be cleaning up after them in 2 months? Yeah. Yeah, and I'll just write that book, close it up.
Okay.
I'll check it later.
All right.
I'm totally all for helping people pursue their dreams. Just want to be aware that there is a fine line between helping people and being suspected of abduction.
That's true. That's true.
That gets me more times than I would like to.
Really?
Yeah, so someone seems like they simply want out. That's why I asked to make sure they're an adult and can handle their own affairs first. Don't want to send a poor youth out on their own.
Dacos has asked that many times. Are you an adult?
That's great. Yeah, that's terrible.
How old are you?
I always ask for a kingdom issued ID.
Right, exactly.
That's terrible. Oh, I'm stuffed though. This was nice. The wine more so than the food, but the company most of all.
No,
Certainly.
I'm sure Yo and Zenith will agree.
Should we should we get anyone else over here? And if we even want to, do we have any specific questions?
I don't know. I think we're getting a good general idea of what's going on here, but I think we might draw a little suspicion if we start asking some more prying questions.
That's true. Well,
It might be good, perhaps, to go to the tavern and just listen. Go back to the trader in chief and just
Have a nice
listen to what everyone else is talking about.
I'll lean back and lift my shirt up a little. Who's going to roll me back to the tavern? Because I am stuffed.
I would say that just as you're saying that, Dacos, someone will sit down into the seat that you have out. Seems to be possibly tiefling. Has like the horns though are down here under the ears. Female seeming black and white hair with these 2 white braids coming down, and seems to be in the uniform of the guards here in the city, with the emblem there. What does that crest look like? Oh yeah, with the different points, and then the tree And I'll try to send that to you in Discord so that way you have a better idea of what you're looking at. In fact, before I forget, let me just go ahead and just clip this and put it in there. There you go. So the tree's like almost half hidden behind that middle black line. And they'll sit down and kind of like turn the chair around so that they're kind of sitting, straddling the back of it. So what's this I hear about you asking questions?
Oh, yes. What would you like to drink? Are you here to help us better understand the way of things here as we travel through?
Where are you all from?
Different areas, but the prime overall.
Got it. And how did you get here?
You're funny. You don't like people asking questions, but all you do is ask questions. Are you a minstrel?
I lean
A
forward.
juggler? A comedian?
When did I say I didn't like people asking questions?
Yava will close their book and turn, sit up their full, like, 2'11", stare at this person and say, "What do you want?"
I just want to know who you all are. We don't get visitors here.
You know, halflings, some people mistake them for children, and some people mistake us for perhaps being weak. And bullies just seem to come at us sometimes. And everything I read about you says that you're a bully. Is that what you are? Are you perhaps concerned for our well-being and I'm just misunderstanding you?
No, I'm concerned for my city's well-being. And my queen's.
Concerned?
Yes.
Please, tell me more.
Well, you're outsiders, and we don't get those, so how did you get here?
Didn't the other guards do that already?
Do what?
Talk to us, find out where we were from, and relay that information to the palace?
I've been off for the last 2 days. I haven't. But I am a guard of this city. I was here in the tavern when your friend boldly made the proclamation of wanting information.
I mean,
Are you working now?
I'm always working.
Could we perhaps get all of the guards of the city to come by, and then we can just tell them our story once, rather than, talking to every guard in the city one by one?
I get used to it.
I've been to a lot of cities. I've probably been to just about every city that you could possibly have heard of on the material plane. And I've never had every guard I see come up to us and ask us questions.
Do those cities have regular visitors? Was it on the material plane?
Some yes, some no. Yes, they were all on the material plane.
That's probably why. People people don't come here unless they're sent here for a reason.
So the people that have been here in the past, that have come here for a reason that your kingdom needs protecting from, tell me that story. I'm very interested.
I don't have to tell you anything. You're not in my city. I mean, I'm not.
You are at
I'm
my
sorry.
table.
That's a Stephanie mistake.
You're at my table.
I'm not in your city. You're in mine.
You're at our table. Would you please leave?
This table is owned by the city. Did you pay for this wooden table itself and this space?
Very basis of society, isn't it?
Look,
This is our...
I'm not... did I come over here brandishing a sword, saying that I was going to hurt you? No, I'm just talking. talking is what you wanted. I'm just here to talk. And to find out information myself.
So exchanges, then. We will exchange information pleasantly.
I'm being who I am.
I'm being who I am.
Are we
I didn't
being
say that was a
detained?
problem. Did I say you were being detained, Rabbit?
Rabbit folk, please, thank you.
Yes. No, you're not being detained. Did I come over here with shackles? And no.
Is that the only means of negativity or that you understand?
What is
weapon-
very interesting to me is that I came over here just asking 2 questions, and all of you are targeting me with threatening you, it seems, or stepping into your space. Even though you invited people to come over here to talk.
Yes. Here's the difference. Excuse me. Giovanni, hello. How are you today? I have a couple questions I would love to ask you.
Oh, I suppose I have time for that.
If you don't mind.
What are you curious about?
You seem new here, whatever. Do you understand? Yes. Versus spinning chest, sitting, leaning forward and saying, well, what is this and what is that and where are you? And
So you're saying that I'm not good enough to talk to you? That because of how I am normally, I shouldn't be talking how I usually talk to anyone? Did you
toxic
stop
behaviors are
and...
not a character trait. They're toxic behaviors.
Check it out.
You can't.
Perhaps
Journal.
we've gotten off on the wrong
And she'll
foot.
start writing. No, I think we've gotten down on the right foot. And start writing down things.
Interesting. It'll be interesting to see when you compare with the other guards we've spoken to today.
Yes. I mean,
Whether
it's
you've
interesting
come
that-
to a completely different conclusion or the same one. I'll be genuinely curious.
Yes. The thing is how we couldn't come to the city without explaining all of this already.
Hmm. Okay. I got the information I needed, I think.
Good
Y'all
job.
have a wonderful
Yeah,
night and
I
start
think we
getting
did.
up,
I think
Once
we
you
did
leave-
too.
pushing the chair in. Have a good
Sorry,
one.
what was your name again, please?
What was all of your names? And I'll write it down first.
Oh, absolutely. I'm Yvonne, a marigold dancer. Have you heard of my brother Magrid?
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyone else want to give their names?
Oh, you're next.
No. Not how it works.
No. Oh. I see.
Got it.
Too fearful. Too fearful.
Well,
Run away, Dan.
I
Stand
hope
back.
you don't
Leave us
plan
be.
to speak with the Queen during your visit. But have a nice one. Hopefully it's pleasant for you.
Interesting.
And
Okay,
we'll
God,
start to
the runs
turn.
in taverns at night, I'm sure. you'll
start
have
to
a
leave.
Direct audience with the Queen. Do take care. Say hello to the royalty.
She's already out the door.
Giovanni is going to insight the people at the tables around. Are they curious? Are they afraid? Are they like averting their eyes from the guard?
Okay.
Giovanni's starting to worry about the freedom levels of this town. So
Mm.
Giovanni really wants to know not so much how the guard reacts, but how everybody else reacted. to
Make
that.
an insight check.
$24.
Yvonne, you look around and try to notice people on the tables close to you. And you notice that the looks are less on the guard and more on you and the group. And as soon as anyone catches your eye looking at them, they'll look back to what they're eating. And their looks aren't of fear, but more of, at least with half of them. Maybe maybe half of it's curiosity on some. The other half is more disdain towards the group of you.
Wow.
But the other half is like, with a curious eye. and something like, you know, what you met with the furball that you just met, you know. Yeah. It's almost like if you're a play, you know, as a player, like, you know, how you would look at someone being scolded by a cop. If maybe you agreed with the cop or with the authority figure, you know.
Well, my friends, I think we may have stepped in it a little bit. I am a little worried about this town and people in it. If all we know is that it's difficult to go back home again, and that they view outsiders with disdain, and they don't want to talk about why they're so afraid of people coming from the material plane or so cautious about it, there's a story here that people either don't want us to know or are afraid to tell us.
I think you're right.
I mean, one of the things my mother always urged me was to help people wherever I go, and use such talents that I have to help people. And I just think people need help, but I don't understand how. And maybe they don't really need help. Maybe they just need to be left alone. But I don't know. I'm confused, and I kind of don't like this place. Not because the people are bad people, but there's just something about the feeling of people here, that the guard and the forest and the city and the stories. Does anybody else feel this way, or am I just sometimes I don't understand people, and sometimes when I talk to people, I think we're having one conversation, but then people tell me later that we were having a different conversation I just didn't understand. Is that what's happening here?
No. Not for me. I think you're very accurate in this case. Quite on the nose.
I mean, I don't want to hurt anybody here, but I also don't want the guards to hurt people here either. You know?
Yes. We're targeted for being outsiders. Nothing more.
And I also, if outsiders come to this city sometimes and hurt people, I don't want that either. And Giovanni isn't being super quiet with this. I think Giovanni has enough self-awareness to realize that saying this, it's probably pretty good to be overheard. But Giovanni isn't really putting on a performance. He's still kind of being sincere in himself.
Okay.
I'm looking at the translate and see if they irritate.
Giovanni will pull an object out of their belt and kind of look at it. If you catch a glimpse at it, it kind of looks like a star chart.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. There seems to be a prevailing sense of not loneliness, emptiness here. It's like the cup isn't all the way filled, if that makes sense.
That's very insightful. I never thought of that way.
Something is certainly off, but I can understand. I can understand one thing and then need to understand another. I can understand that the people of the city have sort of accepted a level of isolation and bargained for protection. And from what I've heard, recent events maybe have put them a little bit on edge and made them question their protection. And for us to suddenly arrive when these things are starting to happen would certainly raise a lot of concern from their point. What I need to understand is why these people chose to come here in the first place.
Are they afraid of us because something scared them in the material plane and made them run away here? Are they afraid of us because after they came here, something followed them from the material plane?
I don't know.
Are they
if they're-
afraid because the stories here are all lies about people from the material plane?
I feel like that's where our focus should shift. I feel like we need answers to that before we meet the Queen, if possible.
I don't want to make the guards angry unless they're bad people, but we don't know that yet. We don't understand
Yes.
them. If they are hurting people, I do want to make them mad.
Maybe we can inquire with Orr. He seemed like a person of the people, right? Very
Mhm.
forthright and direct. Perhaps he can shed some light.
It'd be interesting to see if we are granted admission.
We're meeting Ume tomorrow. Maybe Ume
Then we could shed
will
some
know a
light.
story that we don't know.
Yes.
It's always good to hear stories that you don't already know.
Yes, oh, I live for that. I'm sorry that the evening turned sour.
I'm sorry if I got us into trouble.
Oh no, you did everything absolutely right. Good on you.
I don't like hearing about people who aren't allowed to travel. It upsets me. It's not right.
Police work is one thing. Bullying altogether another matter.
The lady at the bookstore was really nice, though.
Oh, quite lovely, yes. Perhaps we can stop by and see them tomorrow.
I would like that, but we have work to do.
Oh, and I'll ask the dead tonight and see if I can get any information from.
You get a
Me
quick
dead.
look from Dracula.
Alright.
Okay, I'll ask the stars. Maybe there's a secret in the stars that will tell me something about this world that we don't know.
We'll say with that y'all wrap up your night at the tavern, start to clean up and head out, go back to the inn, and that's where we'll wrap up tonight's session.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Nice.
players. Thank you, viewers. You are the best. Yeah, let's go ahead and just jump right into our schedule here. We have a lot of D&D content as well as art content and gaming content here on the channel. Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday, so we have Drawing Dan at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Paint by Minis at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We have an art program on Friday, D&D and Extremis at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, and Sunday we have gaming at 6, and then Obsidian Scar, another D&D program at 10. And you've been watching the Penumbra Assembly, which is every Wednesday night here on Madbird Streams at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Glad to have you here. Dan, do we have anyone? Oh, we'll also be sure to check out our website. We also have a Patreon. Our website is madbirdstreams.com. We have a Patreon as well, and you can check out all of our other links on our website too. We also have a wonderful Discord server. Dan, do we have someone that we're reading over to that you have?
Oh yeah, good old friends over at Blackwater D&D.
Wonderful. Well, thank y'all again. It was a great session. Give a call in the chat over at Blackwater D&D, and we'll see y'all next time on the Penumbra Assembly. Bye.